In this video, I'm going to teach you how to retire the concept of retirement and begin to redesign your life to achieve financial independence at any age. If you're someone that doesn't want to spend the next 40 years of your life working a 9-to-5 just to retire someday, then this video is for you. Hi everyone, my name is Whitney Morrison. I am a certified financial planner, the director of financial advice at LegalZoom, and the founder of Holistic Money Mapping, a financial course that will change your mind and life with money. In today's video, we're going to talk about retirement. Specifically, we are going to debunk the retirement myth that we have been fed in our lives. In order to do this, I'm going to give you a quick lesson in retirement so you can understand the history that got us to where we are today. The concept of retirement was created in the late 1800s when life expectancy was only 40 years old. The mandated retirement age was 70 years old, so a lot of people didn't even get to enjoy retirement at that time. It was just created in response to a growing socialist movement that was demanding more for workers. Fast forward, and companies actually began to take on the responsibility of retirement through offering pensions to employees. Pensions are just a guaranteed income stream that would pay an employee after they stopped working until they died. Eventually, life expectancies continued to increase, and employers were unable to fund lifetime income after retirement. Slowly, companies stopped offering pensions, and the responsibility for retirement shifted from companies to the individual. And that has proven itself problematic for several reasons. Number one is that retirement age has stayed the same, but our life expectancy continues to increase. So this means the years that we have to fund for retirement are longer, which means it's actually more expensive. In order to have 30 years of retirement savings accumulated, a lot of things have to go right. You have to make sure you're a disciplined saver. You have to make sure that you don't have any health issues. The economy has to cooperate. Oh, and you also have to be a great investment manager and understand the asset allocation that makes the most sense for you. And this is proven to be incredibly difficult. According to the New York Times, 75% of Americans will retire with less than $30,000 in their retirement accounts, and 49% of middle-class workers will retire poor or near poor. Number two is that even though we all know that we need to be saving for retirement, we don't live in a culture and society that actually supports consistent savings. So we live in a consumeristic society that's constantly telling us that the only way that we'll find value and be good enough as people is if we continue to buy things. So we aren't rewarded socially, either internally or externally by our peers, from saving. And number three is the fact that we spend our 40 best years working at a job without experiencing any time off to do the things that we actually want to do. So as Tim Ferriss says, we are time poor, and we wait till the back half of our life when we're 65 or 70 to be time rich. And do we really want to be designing our life that way? So this really doesn't make the standard retirement narrative very attractive. And a lot of people have started to explore different options. Instead of end-of-life retirement, what if we were to take those 30 years and parse them out over our entire lifetime? So instead of having one big retirement at the end of our life, we experience mini retirements. So that would allow you to do things like travel for a year, or take some time off to spend with your family, or volunteer in another country, or take on less demanding work to learn new skills, allowing you to have mini reprieves or mini retirements along the way instead of one big retirement at the end. Now, all of this sounds great, but you may be asking yourself, okay, how do I actually afford to make something like this happen in my life? And the answer is the financial independence formula. And this is a different mindset and a different approach to your finances and to your life. And it hinges on a couple key things. Number one is that you build a life that's so fulfilling that you never completely want to retire from it. And that really stems from you building a life that serves your highest values. So really starting to understand your unique purpose in this world and how you can fulfill that and live that in your life. Number 2 is to learn the financial independence formula, which is to create enough passive income to cover your expenses. Passive income is income that you earn on a regular basis without you having to put in a large amount of effort to receive it. There are 3 main ways to generate passive income. Number 1 is through real estate, and this is one of my favorite ways to generate passive income because there's so many opportunities available. You can house hack, which is renting out a room on Airbnb, renting out your property when you travel, or getting a roommate. You can buy a multifamily property and live on one side and have your tenants cover the majority of the mortgage. You can slowly start to build a portfolio of investment properties so you can start having tenants pay off your mortgages and then end up paying you every single month moving forward. Now, in order to make this happen, you do not have to be a millionaire or even a high income earner. You can just be strategic with the homes that you buy, the amount of mortgage that you take on, so you can continue to save your money to start buying other properties. Number 2 is through building an online business. And thankfully, there are so many routes that you can go down in this avenue as well. You could build a lifestyle business, an e-commerce website. You could write an ebook. You could start a YouTube channel. There are endless ways to make money online in your sleep. Number 3 is through investing in dividend producing stocks. So these are stocks that pay you a small dividend either on a quarterly or annual basis, most pay quarterly, so you can start receiving income without actually having to do anything. Now, even though it's called passive income, it doesn't mean that it's easy to generate. I think a lot of people have this idea that it's like, yes, passive income, it's gonna be easy. And the thing is it is not easy. You have to be very strategic with the way you build your life to make sure you can build passive income. Building passive income is not the only step to achieve financial independence. The other side of the formula is to reduce your expenses. And the really cool thing about this is the lower your expenses, the lower amount of passive income you have to generate to actually cover your cost of living. So for example, if I am a college student and my life costs me $1,000 to live on a monthly basis, I just keep things really simple, I eat ramen, then I have achieved financial independence once I can earn $1,001 in passive income. So the lower your expenses are, the quicker it is for you to be able to achieve passive income. And a lot of people have started to pursue this path. And the way that they do it is instead of buying stuff, they take the money that they would use on stuff and invest it into dividend producing stocks to eventually build a portfolio large enough to pay them so they don't have to go to work every day. Now, financial independence does take a mindset shift, but once you can mentally make that shift and start to get strategic with your financial decisions, start to become purposeful with your life, all of the pieces come together and you start to see real possibilities for these mini retirements instead of trying to live out the old retirement view that doesn't really work in the first place. And for me, once I discovered that as a possibility, that if I can reduce my lifestyle expenses and increase my passive income, then I can experience freedom with my time to live the way that I want and serve the way that I want, a huge light bulb went off for me. And I was like, yes, this is the life that I want to live. How do I make this happen? The best way to get started on your path to financial independence is to figure out how you can redistribute more of your income towards income producing investments and less of your income towards your lifestyle expenses. I'm here to tell you that financial independence is available to anyone. You just have to make sure that you're changing the way that you think about your life and your money, and you're creating a more strategic approach to stay away from the old retirement model and move into the new retirement model of financial independence at any age. Thank you so much. My name is Whitney Morrison. If you enjoyed this content, please make sure to like, subscribe, and get notifications. I put out new videos every Monday, and I hope to see you soon.